My name is Dennis Modry. I'm a retired cardiovascular and thoracic surgeon. I'm the one who started Western Canada's first heart and lung transplant program and directed that in the cardiovascular intensive care unit for the majority of my 30 years in practice. I retired in 2016, but I've had an abiding interest with respect to the protection and preservation of our individual freedoms, rights, and prosperity. And as a result, during my practice, I also served on the finance committee during the era of Don Getty when he was the premier, then when Ralph Klein was the premier, and also when Mr. Selmack was the premier for a period of time. I've been very concerned about what's been going on in the country with particularly federal usurpation of provincial constitutional authority. And I founded, along with others, the Alberta Prosperity Project, which I was the CEO and the chairman of the board of the Alberta Prosperity Society for a period of time. I recently left the Alberta Prosperity Project because of certain personal reasons, but very likely will return subsequent to the election. I've been invited to be a consultant to Alberta Free Inc. because I like what they're doing, which aligns with what I was always interested in terms of Alberta sovereignty. And what the Alberta Free Inc. is contemplating doing and is doing is creating self-sustainable regions throughout the province with respect to self-sufficiency and resiliency by controlling in those areas energy, food and agriculture, finance, manufacturing and transportation, etc. And this fits very well into my mindset as to what needs to be accomplished in Alberta to protect our freedoms, rights, prosperity, and self-determination. Obviously, Alberta Free Inc. is a lobbying organization, a lobbying business, but it's a lobbying business of a different sort. And as a result of that difference, it intrigued me that this has the ability to really help influence the population as well as influence government policy in a way in which it aligns with, like I said, the protection of our individual freedoms, rights, and prosperity. And so I see the principles of Alberta Free Inc. as being experts in their field, well connected, and I think part of the reason why I was invited to be a consultant is I'm reasonably well connected as well. Lobbying, to me, if you think about it, for many people, it may have concerns in people's minds. But the reality is we influence things by educating people. And the politicians are not immune from being educated. The public is not immune from being educated. So for people who have great ideas about how to accomplish something and how to move the province forward in a way which is beneficial to everybody, then those ideas should be entertained. But the importance of lobbying in this context is educating the public, educating politicians, educating business, small, medium-sized business, as well as major corporations can be educated as well. So I view lobbying in this context as education, and I've been in the education field, of course, as a cardiac surgeon and as a critical care specialist, and in my work on the finance committee for successive provincial governments. And that's really pretty much the rationale for my involvement.